Hello everyone. We will continue the topic ABAP on HANA, and currently we are covering CDS table function, and as a part of that we are implementing select options using CDS table function. So we have some set of steps. As a part of that, we finished with first three steps. First step, we created the CDS table function. Yes, we have the CDS table function. We have the input, and this is the returning from that CDS table function. After that, yes, in the second step, we implemented the AMDP method. Yes, for the implementation, you can use quick fix feature, or you can simply go for manual, and then you can use in the CDS table function. In the third step, we applied the filter functionality. It means we have written the code in the AMDP method to do the filtration based upon the input. So for that, we have an inbuilt function apply underscore filter. We pass the table name, we pass the input, yes, and then we are returning the data of these five columns. Now we will move on to our next step. Now, what is our next step? Convert select options to dynamic where clause. And this is, I'm talking about program. Because ultimately, you need to consume this CDS view or CDS table function in the program. Yes, because customer will run the program. Now, in your program, you have a select option. Just simple understanding why this step is required. In the program, you have a select option. But in your CDS table function, this is your dynamic where condition variable. You have a select option in the program, but in your CDS table function, you have a dynamic where condition variable. It means from your program also, this select option needs to convert to dynamic where condition. So we have a dynamic where condition from the program also. This dynamic where condition will pass to the CDS table function. Why we are going for this particular step? Because you have a select option in the program, but in your CDS table function, you have a single variable for that particular input which will accept that dynamic where condition. Means suppose if you are going for low value, it should accept low value. If you are going for low and high, it should accept low and high. If you're going for low, high, and multiple selection button, if you're going for some random values, so it should accept that. So your CDS table function is accepting that dynamic where condition, but your program has a select option. It means in the program also, we need to convert the select option to dynamic where condition. So what is our fourth step? In the fourth step, we'll simply convert in our calling program. We will convert our range or select option into a valid SQL condition string, or we can say dynamic where condition. Now it's very easy. SAP provide a standard class. This is the method into this particular class. Whenever we will use this particular method, our select option will convert into dynamic where condition, or we can say a valid SQL condition string. And huge amount of learning will come. So now we will convert the select option also into dynamic where condition. You can create program through Eclipse ADT also, no problem. Suppose I will go to SC38 transaction. Suppose I will write Z demo on select option using CDS table function. And this is the highest weightage topic in any interview. Yes, demo on select options. And this is just like a real project requirement. Because many times interviewer asks, okay, where you use CDS table function, where you used AMDPS. So this is the best example in which one everything is covered. Now I will take a select option. S underscore VBELN. I will declare. I will simply pass the selection text. Because in your program, you will consume the CDS view or CDS table function. That's a different part, yes. But ultimately, this select option needs to pass to the CDS table function. So I'll go to text elements, selection text. I'll go for DDIC reference. It is coming from data element. Done. Now, how we will convert it to dynamic where condition? We'll go to that standard class. Firstly, I will show you that class. It's a global class. So we'll go to SC24 transaction code. This is our class. Now we have a method, yes, combine underscore cell tabs. I'll simply call this method, then we will pass the type of those parameters. It's a static method. It means we can simply call through class. There's no need for the object. I'll go to pattern button, ABAP object patterns. This is the class. I'll go for F for help. Combine underscore cell tabs. It's a returning a SQL where condition for multiple cell tab. Multiple cell tab means low value, high value, multiple selection button. It will combine everything and give us a dynamic where condition. I'll just uncomment try. I'll uncomment catch. Now I will give the name LT underscore cell tabs. Now I will go for LV underscore where. Now we will declare. What will be the type of LT underscore cell tabs? LT cell tab will be same as that of IT named cell tab. How I can check? I will double click. IT named cell tab is of this type. And yes, it is referring to this particular interface, this. Now, just see this interface. If I will go for this interface, in this interface, we have this TT named dref. If I will check this TT named dref, TT named dref. If I will check what is this TT named dref, have you seen this TT named dref is type table of this? It means it is a table type. It is a table type. It means whatever we are declaring, it is a internal table. Just see here. If you do not have knowledge of the same, in ABAP OOPS playlist, we have a types topic. how we can go for structure type and table type in the types tab of interfaces and classes. Just see here, I'm showing the navigation again, those who do not have any knowledge. Suppose if I will click here, you can see this IT named tab is referring to this. Whenever you will click here, this TT named cell tabs is referring to this. Now, many times people will say, how you understand that this is a internal table? Just see, it is going for this particular type. It means it is referring to this type. In this interface, it is referring to this. So I'll just go for this particular interface. I'll go to SC24 transaction code. Into this interface, if I will go for types tab, you can see TT named dref, TT named dref. What is the declaration of TT named dref? TT named dref is type table of. You all know whenever we are declaring a table type through coding, we are always going for type table of. So this is your table type and this is your structure type. So whenever you are declaring something of table type, it means it is a internal table. So this is a internal table. So how we will declare? I'll just copy this and I will declare in my program. That's why I told you so many points will come. And it is good to have the knowledge of ABAP, OOPS concepts, yes. So our internal table is ready. But we need to fill this internal table. It means work area is also required. So I will write data, LWA cell tabs, type. Just double click onto this table type or directly go to this interface because we already took the reference. You can see this table type is referring to this particular structure type, and you all know work area is always structure type. And you can see this work area, this structure type has how many columns? Two columns. This is you are always doing. You are declaring a structure type, then you are going for table type. So we have this structure type of two columns, then we have this table type. And your work area is always structure type. So now I will give the reference. I'll just copy and change. SAP is very smart in terms of naming convention. And you can see table type TT, structure type TS. So I just need to change here. This. Now I will go for this where condition. What is the type of LV where? It will be same as that of RV underscore where. I'll check. RV underscore where is of type string. LV underscore where type string. So now our all declaration done. Now, whatever the select option we are getting, this select option, we need to pass this to this class method and it will give us a dynamic where condition. It means this select option needs to pass to this internal table. How we will pass? Yes, you all know will pass through work area, because how you will fill the internal table? You need to firstly pass the data to work area, then you will pass the data to internal table. How we will fill that? Just see. If I will go for this structure type, this structure type has two columns. If I will go for this structure type, this structure type has two columns, name and tref. Now, firstly, I will come on to name and everyone can understand. what we need to pass in the name. Name means you need to pass the field name. What is our field name? VBELN. Just you need to pass that field name. On the basis of that, you are fetching the data from the table. Suppose you are going for dynamic where condition. Do not go for the name as sales, because in the table there is no column sales. In the table we have the column VBELN. So you need to go for that name. On the basis of that, you are fetching data from VBAK table. So I will go for the name as VBELN. Then I will come on to the second column. Now what is name? I will write LWA underscore cell tabs hyphen name is equal to VBELN. Now I will come on to LWA cell tabs hyphen. What is the second column? If I'll check the second column, now what is the second column? Second column is dref. I'll just go for dref. Sorry, dref is equal to. Now in this dref, I'm passing my select option. Now, the first most important point, and you all know very well, we need to pass the body. Yes, because in case of select option, the internal table name is same as that of work area. We need to pass the body of the internal table. So we need to pass this symbol. Yes, because in case of select option, it's a internal table with header line. There's no separate work area. There's no the separate work area means there's no different name of the work area. Internal table name is same as that of work area. And we are passing the body of the internal table. So I'm going for this. I'm going for append LWA cell tabs to LT underscore cell tabs. Now I will simply go for the syntax check. I will get a error and then we will see how to resolve the error. I'll go for syntax check. Now it is saying S underscore VBELN cannot be converted to dref. It means both type are mismatching. We'll see how we can resolve this. Firstly, I will go to this dref. What is the type of dref? If I will go to dref, now you can see dref type ref to data. Now you all know we have two type of references, object reference and data reference. Whenever you are going for object reference, how you are writing? Object name type ref to class name you are writing. But whenever you are writing type ref to data, it means that is a data reference. Anyways, we are not going into detail. If you want a detailed understanding, you can go for ABAP programming part 1. Yes, we have two type of references, object reference and data reference. This is your data reference. This is your data reference. And this is your data object. You all know what is data object. Any object which has the data. Select option, it's also a data object because it has the data. It has the values 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 20. So this is your data object. This is your data reference. We need to convert this data object also to the data reference. This is our target. If we want to go for type compatibility, yes, the simple understanding why we are getting a error. This is your data reference. This is your data object. It means this must also be a data reference. How we will convert it to data reference, or how we will go for data reference. In SAP ABAP new syntax is, yes, SAP provided a operator itself, that is REF. What is this REF? Using REF operator, you can simply assign the reference of existing data object to the data reference. We can assign the reference of data object to the data reference. Yes. So I'll simply use this REF operator. And it introduced in SAP ABAP new syntaxes. Previously, it was not there. Now I will use this. I need to go for space here. I'll go for syntax check. I'll go to activation. Now just see how it will work. Now, if I will put a breakpoint here, just see. It's very good. Just for the testing purpose, I'm writing this. Suppose I'm running. I'm only going for low value. Now, you can see in LT cell tabs, if I will go for this LT cell tabs, you can see name. If I will go to reference, if I will click, now you can see now how it will convert to dynamic where condition. Whenever I will execute, now you can see LV where. This is what we want. Yes. Now suppose I'll go for low and high both. I'll go to execute. Yes, check this LT cell tabs. 1 to 5. If I'll go to dynamic where condition, this is what we want. Yes. Now just see another reason, because I'm going for this multiple selection button. Suppose I'm excluding a value. Suppose 3. 1 to 5, but I'm excluding 3 because that is our most important part. Just see how it will be. If I'll go to LT cell tabs, you will be able to see 2 rows. This is what we want, excluding 3. Now, if I will go to dynamic where condition, just see here, not everything is perfectly fine. So what is the summary of this particular video? Important video because so many things covered from the coding perspective. In this video, we are also converting the select option to dynamic where condition, or we can say dynamic SQL condition. But why we are doing this? Because your CDS table function is accepting the dynamic where condition. It means program select option also needs to convert. So we took a select option in the program. SAP provided a standard class. This is the class and this is the method. We called the method. We provided the name of the parameters. Check the type of those parameters. We declare the internal table. We declare the work area. Now, whatever is your select option, it needs to pass to this internal table. So we checked the structure type has 2 columns. Name and deref. Name is very easy. You can pass the name of the field. We passed VBEL. And we pass the select option to this deref. But when we checked, we are getting a error, yes, because this is your data reference, this is your data object, yes. So we need to also go for data reference of this. So we have a ref operator which will simply go for data reference of the existing data object. We use this ref operator, and after that I showed you in the debugging mode as how we are getting a dynamic where condition. Now in the next video we'll firstly call the cds table function, then I will come on to how we will create cds view on top of cds table function, and we'll simply proceed with the topic. So that's it in this video. Thank you.